What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. It is the last day. At midnight, Mountain Standard Time is your last opportunity to get entered for a chance to win this WRX, and we are doing double entries right now. So if you guys have not got entered, you better hurry up. But because it ends at midnight, double entries. Stoked for whoever wins this thing. It's gonna be awesome. But we have a lot of things to do on the Mustang over here. So looking at something, I think I kind of messed up one of the motor mounts as far as placement for the wastegate. So I was just looking at the engine out of the drift car, and if you look right here, wastegate, bolt holes, 2 bolt holes. That bolt hole's pretty much right here. If you come down here, we have 2 bolt holes, and we have that thing right there. So we might have to do some modifications to that to try to get it on there. I've been really procrastinating this, but I need to pull this transmission off of here. I'm kind of scared to pull it off, it's because I hope the clutch is good, and I guess if I don't look at it, hopefully it'll be all right. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, get this thing jacked up in the air. Need to pull that thing out of it. What I'm probably gonna do real quick though is pull the turbo manifold off of here and do a quick mock-up in over here with it, just to see if we're gonna have issues with our wastegate. I guess because then I could go ahead and actually kind of address that right now, or play with maybe a different wastegate option, or a little 90 or something, or weld it on turbo housing. I don't know exactly what is going to happen. Pretty excited because I've been in the shop quite a bit today, and I just got the heater working right now because it was just the pressure switch or something that was being silly. So I just went over there and I actuated it by hand, and then it kicked on, and then it I got scared for a second because you could smell thing, and I turned it off, and then all of a sudden boom, boom, everything turned on just like normal. So I watched some YouTube videos and kind of figured that out. Not really that, but I just figured I'd go up there and look at it. But got the heater working. Need to get this thing pretty much dialed in. Man, I'm so stressed out about the deadline. I did go ahead and order. This is a 3/4 to 6 amp adapter. So I'll probably use this as either the feed or the return. I think I bought one of these as an 8 amp too. So with the Drivetrain stuff, I do have a full fuel system we're going to end up putting in here that was supposed to go in the drift car with 8 amp feed, 6 amp return. And I just talked to Drivetrain today, and they actually don't have any of the prototype fuel hats that actually convert these things to a return style fuel system. So I think we're going to have to do that before we could actually get this thing started. But I ordered a fitting for that too, just a really cheap one off of Amazon, just because I could get it basically next day. But this is a kind of a bulkhead style fitting, and just goes right there. So I'll just drill a hole in the top of the top hat of the fuel tank, and then run a 6 AN return. And I'll probably just use this as the feed for now. I'll just convert that to 8 AN and just go from there. So enough rambling. I did enough of that in my last video. We're gonna get this tranny yanked off and go ahead and mock up that turbo stuff in here real quick, so that I could at least get some ideas. But tranny's coming off, that's coming on. We're gonna get something done today. What's up, guys? I am excited to be working with Dollar Shave Club for this portion of the video. So as you guys know, I have a beard, and it is kind of a pain to maintain, and Dollar Shave Club sent me out their shave starter kit. So this thing comes with a super weighted handle. If you drop this on your toe, it's probably gonna hurt, but feels really nice. 6 blades in there, so shaves super close, and a 1 ounce tube of Dr. Carver's shave butter, which that thing just makes the whole shaving process just super smooth. Glides super nice, and doesn't give you any of that crazy pizza neck type stuff that you get with other shavers, or other shaving creams and stuff like that. But as you guys know, Dollar Shave Club has supported me in the past and ran a couple ads. I always have to hide the blades and stuff from Jamie because they actually make a really high quality product. They do have a lot of gift sets and stuff on their website. If you guys head over to Dollar Shave Club /Motion Auto, you could get signed up for their Dollar Shave Club starter kit. They have a couple $5 starter sets in there where they ship out something similar to this for the first month, and then full size regular products at regular price for the rest of the subscription. So again, I would like to thank Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this video, and would appreciate it if you guys would go and support them, as they have been a supporter of me in the channel for a while, and it always helps me kind of continue and build these crazy, stupid, silly projects and stuff. So again, thank you, Dollar Shave Club, and go check out the links in the description. ran into our first issue with my engine mounts, which is the wastegate. So if I would have did this plate on the front, I could have figured that out before, but now I don't know, I could probably just give it like a little and then put another plate over here and then do that. Something. Or, hold on, I have a tile wastegate that I was kind of planning on putting on here anyhow.
Because that's at Snaps, right?
Yeah, that one's kind of big.
It's an actual tile or a tile?
No, it's a real tile. Just the real deal. I think we took the springs out of it, but it's the real deal. We stick that. I feel like it's the same height.
Probably is.
Yeah, it's a big dog. But it might go right here, but it needs to go in a lot too. So I'll pull that. I'll pull the manifold again, and we'll just pull that gate off it and see what we need. A quick little update, kind of under the car right now. I was messing with this little, this is the factory transmission mount for the 2.3, and you can see it's basically holding up the tranny, and that's how we kind of mocked everything up in here, is we just stuck that under there, and I was like, well, that looks all right. So that's pretty much where it's gonna, well, where the transmission's gonna be, but you can see this is where this transmission mounts is from back here. So I'm trying to think if I should just kind of bring something down and just go to there, kind of like a little angle thing, or if I should kind of come, like almost bring something back down and then just bring something up. I don't know, just to make it super simple, because this is raised down here. It's like a little hump. So I'd kind of like to keep this and, you know, keep it simple. But you can see the shifter placement. So my shifter right there is not the right thing. I would technically have to kind of cut out this whole section, which I really don't want to do. Whereas the shifter that's actually in the Supra should pretty much put it right here. I might have to cut just a smidge out of it, or there is there's another shifter option that kind of keeps it just like straight up right there. So that's one thing that I'm going to kind of have to fight with a little bit. And then the other thing is the drive shaft. So we were kind of laying out options. This is a 370Z drive shaft. It's carbon fiber in the center. This is the two-piece drive shaft that's in here, and you can see this end right there is kind of what we have to work with. It goes to the diff, and this is the drive shaft that was in my S14. So I think what we're gonna do is get a yoke like this, and then maybe try to get this piece, or I think they could actually cut this off at the drive shaft place. And if I bring them essentially this yoke right there, they should be able to make a one-piece drive shaft for me, or maybe I'll talk to like drive shaft shop or something and just see how soon we could actually get something. Worst case scenario, I thought, which I know it's probably not a great idea, just cut this right here because there's like a bulge where it's still steel right here. Cut that and essentially slide it onto here and then weld it, and then that would be my drive shaft, and I would kind of have a two-piece. And we might do that just to get it driving, but you know, only time will tell. The other thing I was messing with was a little bit of angle stuff. So I was trying to explain this whole dual knuckle thing to you guys in the last video, and I don't think I did a good job, but you can see this is kind of what it does. So as you rotate it, it just kind of moves it and rotates it around. And I was having some major binding issues. So this link right here for the sway bar is actually too stiff. There's not a lot of articulation in it, and that was keeping it from basically touching the subframe. So right now, how this is, it'll touch the subframe, and the angle actually looks pretty decent. I don't even know what that is, but decent angle. Touching the subframe. If I get rid of these 20-inch wheels up front and go to like an 18-inch setup or even some 17s, I'd get a ton more angle out of it. And what somebody has actually done down in Texas, there's this guy. He Walker Pro Motorsports. He basically cut the knuckles on his setup, and then he uses some aftermarket SPL suspension arms that have a little bit more articulation in them to actually give it a decent amount of angle. One of the subscribers, Rect S550, he has a Drift S550 on Instagram. He posts a lot of stuff on it, and that's what he actually has on it. So that just kind of alleviates a little bit of my stress, knowing that, you know, just in case Shane doesn't get those knuckles done in time, like that full crazy angle kit, that we could actually kind of make something work and get some decent angle out of this. So worst case scenario, I'll cut that, probably disconnect the sway bars, and just get the tension rod and then the outer end link or whatever for the steering shaft. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this engine out and start yanking off the rear sump oil pan, because I should have did that already, but we're working through things. That not so glorious part of working on cars right now. So kind of a dirty thing, but I got the oil pan swapped off of my engine onto David's engine, so that one is all ready to go, and well, not ready to go, ready to sit there for a little while. Dave said it was okay to borrow that for a little bit, just because kind of rear sump pans are kind of a pain in the butt to find. You either gotta, pretty much they only come in SC300s or Supras. IS300s are front sump. All the other, pretty much everything else is front sump. So looking on the bottom, so this is the engine that's been in my drift car. Literally have not touched it, haven't opened it up, haven't even pulled the intake manifold off of it. I did a timing belt, water pump, front main seal, rear main seal, all that type of stuff to it as kind of maintenance. But other than that, it's completely untouched. And I mean, just look at that. It looks beautiful. Cylinder walls look super nice. You guys can't really see them, but yeah, I mean, overall these JZs are just super stout. There's absolutely nothing in the oil pan on that. There's no like sludge, there was no like metallic-y stuff. It was just a nice solid engine. So I don't think I'm gonna get a whole lot more than that done tonight. It's already like 3 in the morning. I'm pretty much just gonna clean off this little oil pan thing and get it kind of glued up on here, probably before the next video. But just kind of want to do a little bit of an update, let you guys know that we're kind of figuring some things out, and that literally today is the last day to get entered for a chance to win this WRX. And if you guys have got entered, I really do appreciate that. It helps more than you know. You know, just being able to like buy parts and cars and all that type of stuff for the channel to kind of hopefully entertain you guys in some aspect. If you guys probably can't hear, but the Audi R8 is outside. I kind of decided I'm probably gonna end up selling that thing. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but we'll get into that probably another video or another day. I'm gonna get home, get this thing edited, go spend the New Year's with Jamie. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.